During BOBI WINE's opening of the NUP headquarters in the Western region, we saw fictitious officers in plain-clothed civilian clothing trying to sabotage the ceremony. In fact, it shows you how the regime fears BOBI WINE a lot. Okay? In fact, let me first play a tape. When BOBI WINE was making a procession to where the NUP headquarters was, a man is seen speaking on phone. I think he was informing his superiors on what to do about this ceremony. In fact, here's the tape. So the guy running holding a phone, keep an eye on him. He was on phone running as BOBI WINE was making a procession. In civilian clothing, it shows you how these people are using undercover agents to sabotage, okay, to cut down BOBI WINE to size, which is unfortunate. We are under a multi-party dispensation. What is the purpose of sending these people who come from the regime? In fact, for me, I think even if they wanted to get information, they would have put people in uniform, control traffic, and protect the event. That is what multipartism means. In fact, pay a lot of attention because it's going to form a basis for a discussion. Let me play it again. Why beat me na misina tofauti nawe? Why gig me na mimi sina shida nawe? Kabulu jakuwa apande unaanzia kuwa mwananchi. Kabula kuniumiza sikiliza neno langu. Shida ziko kwangu pia nazo ziko kwako. I'm fighting for you and so you clearly see that in this video he was running with a UPDF officer. I think they are working together against this project, which is unfortunate. For me, I keep on telling people that what is the main reason of having a multi-party dispensation when a certain party is blocked from doing its activities? What is the purpose of holding elections when these things are happening? You don't see these. Okay? You don't see these in big democracies. Second, an officer coming in civilian clothing, you're also endangering your life. What if the crowd maybe goes bazaar and they eat you alive? There's nothing more precious than your life, because you are, first of all, you come in an event in civilian clothing, making phone calls. You are making people unsettled, some of the uncultured people, because whenever BOBI WINE stands up to speak, he tells us to keep peace. But someday we'll go in a congregation where there are very many people who are not oriented, and they will take your life. To show that this was a state officer and an undercover agent who had come maybe to make a report. Okay? During the event, he was also there. The People Power Security, BOBI WINE Security, unveiled him and he ran away. In fact, here's the tape. Okay, that is the man. Okay, that is the same man who was running. Now he even had the audacity of coming at the headquarters. Okay, it is the same man. You clearly see. Let me play the video again. So that is the same man. For me, I think these things should stop. And even as an officer, the life is precious. You can't, because we are going in an election. Sometimes the elections are brutal. Security officers beat up people, incarcerate people, jail them for nothing, and then you come in their congregation trying to collect information. One day you are going to find a crowd that is worked up. It may take your life. I'm not in agreement that the crowd should take anyone's life, but those are things that can happen when the regime continues to subjugate the nation. Secondly, even BOBI WINE security must be taken very strongly, because regime operative may want to use that window to either harm him or disable him or sabotage his tours. For example, they can be put in a crowd and there's still people. They will come out to say that BOBI WINE supporters are the one who stole. They can be put in the crowd maybe to tear gas or to collect information and jail these people who have done nothing. These things must stop. We are under a multi-party dispensation where everyone is supposed to campaign and look for a vote. At the end of the day, the Ugandan people must decide. But also ask Ugandans to continue being vigilant. Of course, the small opinion remain yours truly, Mr. Makindi. Kabye Sulaiman Mawagali, the next MP for Makindi East constituency. I will see you on another one. Peace.
Nsanyula mu vetting ye Makindi kyenayizemu kyandaze ebintu ndowooza bisatu. 1. Omubaka aliyo yasooka n'agamba mbu ebyokulonda bivuddemu ebyokwesimbawo. Teyagamba abantu muze yali abimufulumiza olwa pressure gye nali mutaddeko. Ate n'amaana agamba bwe twali tudde mu vetting kuba twagiruddemu nnyo najja ng'olwedde tutudde amawulire ne gamugendako ng'akomyewo. Ekyo kyalaze bunanfusi bino bye tulimu si katemba mbokera bukezi n'ogamba nvuddemu ate nkomyewo. Birimu okufa kw'abantu. Abantu sayino nga beedi muntu bakyali mu kkomera go n'ogamba kuba nze ntwala ekintu kino mbuno oba oweereddwa omukisa nga muganda ngo bwe bamukwasiza kawempe. Gwa bakomanda waawo baba kwasizza kangereze ku mundu nga RPG bakuwadde n'amasasa agalimu. Bw'ogiteeka wansi n'oganze mbivuddemu oba bizanyiddemu n'ogamba okomera olwassa bwate mundu wansi nze n'enjibaka nze abadde akubagana ab'enare mu constituency okulaba nga njibafulumya. Obunanfuusi nambembino bye tulimu nyeko Derek si byakusaga olina okubikomera. N'avumya n'ekibiina kyaffe mbu kyali kimusaba ssente mbu bamuwe tiketi milioni 4 n'agaana ng'asirise. Tiyavaayo kola qualification najja ku kibiina nga kubanga kwa values zaffe mulimu discipline tiyayoleseza discipline n'oluba lutalo olina okukolesa discipline. Komando w'amaanyi ne waabeera n'abasirikale nga banafu olutalo baba bajja luwangula. Ate komando omunafu ne waba n'abasirikale nga b'amaanyi abagenda kuttisa abasirikale. Nze nakitutunga mu Makindi East komanda waayo abdicatinga n'adduka katugenda mu protest vote. Bwe tunagenda mu protest vote n'agamba mbivuddemu.